because that is the amount of money that will solve everything. It comes out of an understanding that policing is something that does not create safety. And what we need to do is reinvest into things that are proven indicators and creators of safety. And the city council budget did not do that. And it's just mind-blowing.
Oh my God, I cannot believe this story. This story is definitely going to bring blood to your eyes, no matter what color you are, no matter who you are, no matter what race you are, no matter what sex you are, because the word is not gender. Well, maybe, depending. I mean, a lot of what I've been seeing here, a bunch of these disgusting-looking thugs that were all throwing supposedly snowballs at the police in New York, all because Zorhan Mumsdummy wants the cops defunded. And, well, quite honestly, he was on the whole defund the police brigade from the very outset. So, just like he basically stated in this one ridiculous clip that we had at the top of the video. Well, I guess now we have, I think it's Stuart Varney on the Fox Business Channel, who's really going to lay out the whole thing, as you're going to see. But first, we do have to talk about this, because Zorhan Mumsdummy, without question, has waged war on the NYPD. He doesn't want to hire 5,000 more police officers on the streets, even though it is apparent that New York badly needs the protection of the law and badly needs someone to step up and enforce the laws, whether the people agree with them or not. But nevertheless, let's play this clip right now without hesitation here on the Fox Business Channel, and you'll get an exact picture of just what I mean. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
New York City's mayor, Zorhan Mumsdummy, defended the mob that launched snowballs, that really they were blocks of ice and rocks, at the police. Listen to this.
I've seen videos of kids throwing snowballs at members of the NYPD in Washington Square Park. And first I want to say that officers have been on the front line of helping our city respond to this blizzard. They and our entire city workforce deserve to be treated with respect. From the video I saw, it looked like kids at a snowball fight.
Looked like kids at a snowball fight, right. Police Benevolent Association President Patrick Henry responded, quote, "The mayor's response is a complete failure of leadership. This was not just a snowball fight. This was an assault by adults throwing chunks of ice and rocks that landed 2 officers in the hospital." New York Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis joins me now. Mumsdummy's refusal to
I remember her from Imus in the Morning.
The mayor doesn't offer, he doesn't have the officers' backs. I think that's going to be a real problem for this city.
Absolutely. If this early on, this mayor cannot condemn the actions of not children, these were grown people who were throwing snowballs, disrespecting our police officers, it is unconscionable. And you know what? It sets a terrible tone, Stuart, for this term. He's already been the leader of the defund the police movement. He's already saying he's not going to hire 5,000 more cops as Mayor Adams had planned in the pipeline. He's already cutting overtime from our police, which will make our
You hearing this?
safe. And now he won't hold individuals who assault or attack or
You getting this?
disrespect our police officers accountable. And this is a differentiation with the police commissioner, who has clearly unequivocally said that those individuals should be held accountable and charged.
You see, Zorhan Mumsdummy, we call him Mumsdummy because he truly is mother's idiot. You know, the kind of idiot that only a mother could love. Because you'll remember that his mother basically was the rich one. She basically produced and directed a failed rap video that he tried to do, which went nowhere. And that was the end of his failed rap career. So basically he left Uganda, headed for America, and basically tricked a whole bunch of naive, stupid New Yorkers when he ran for mayor, and actually somehow in the special election of 2025, and somehow cheated his way into the mayor's mansion. Thanks a lot, New Yorkers. I don't care whether you're black or white. You were just incredibly stupid for voting this man in. I mean, really, he shouldn't be anything more than just the General, the President, the King of Uganda, very much like his hero, Idi Amin, was. In any case, well, he wages this war against the cops because they're still so butthurt, because the left are still so butthurt about justice for, what's her name, Renee Nicole Bad, and that other schmuck, what's his name, Alex Preddy. In any case, well, yeah. So they're throwing snowballs, seemingly, at the police, but those snowballs are actually concealing rocks in them. And I do mean jagged, hard rocks, which really can hurt and maybe even kill somebody if they get hit in the certain places, like their head or something. They could suffer a serious concussion or brain damage or death. But of course, these liberal retards don't consider that. Of course not. The libtards and these obvious thugs, which they really are, don't consider that. So you have some little wiggler with silly hair, a very effeminate-looking beard or mustache or goatee, just a really effeminate-looking hemorrhoid who basically says shit like this.
There were some cops who were at the park, and people started treating them like they were part of the snowball fight, started throwing snowballs at them. And now you have, I'm not kidding, you have Republicans who are with a straight face saying, we need to deliver felony charges against the people who threw the snowballs at the cops.
Well, we
Let's
should.
look at the video. Now, what you're going to notice here is they're getting pelted. They are getting pelted. There's no doubt about it, right? People are having fun with it. They're going, yeah, target the cop, right? Of course. What you're going to see here is, to the extent anybody actually crosses a serious line, would you like to take a guess who it is? It's the cops who start assaulting people who are throwing...
Oh, they start assaulting people. Oh, they start assaulting people. Oh, that's ought to. Oh, my.
Down into the snow aggressively. Shove that guy down into the snow aggressively.
He deserved it. You're gonna condemn the cops for fighting back? Fuck you, you hemorrhoid.
Walking back, is he going to do something to the person? Let's see.
You snow-capped leprechaun, what do you know? And those people are thugs.
Now, look, it is for sure the case. You can tell by their body language, you can tell by the looks on their faces. It is for sure the case. They did not want to get hit with snowballs. That's a fact. I can tell, right? Having said that, felony charges? Really? Felony charges? Is that really what we're going with here? And so...
yes, Mr. Perfect Hair.
He says, like, all right, guys, keep it respectful. If somebody doesn't want snowballs thrown at them, like, don't throw snowballs at them. But at the same time...
Guy really does look queer.
It was a snowball fight. And they were like, well, what if one of them is injured and shouldn't something be done about this? Shouldn't there be charges? And he goes, it's a snowball fight. You know what it looked like to me? A snowball fight, okay? And they're trying to make a big deal out of this. To me, the bigger deal was the cops literally grabbing and shoving the people down who were throwing the snowballs. That crossed a bigger line than any of the snowballs thrown at the cops.
Shut up.
To me, that's more, hey, you actually crossed a red line.
So right, much like Mumsdummy himself, this asshole is trying to defend the indefensible here, throwing jagged rocks covered with snow, disguised as snowballs at the cops that could really hurt and or kill them. A couple of them have already been sent to the hospital, as Stuart Varney already laid out. And even the asshole with the funny-looking hair and the ridiculous powder blue suit said that they've been hauled off to the hospital. But does he care? No, he doesn't care one bit at all, because he's a liberal pansy, okay? He is a liberal pansy. And honestly, you know, he has no soul, much like the other dummy crats who didn't even bother getting up to stand up to applaud for our hockey team or a disabled 13-year-old boy last year. They're soulless and stupid, okay? And I'm going to show you this, well, I can't show you this news report, but we'll tune into this one Fox News report here, and you'll get an idea of exactly what I mean. So let's roll it.
We are learning more about the snowball attack on officers in New York City.
Now, of course, that again is Nicole Maliotakis.
These four men who are wanted for the assault. One of the photos appears to show a suspect raising an ice-filled block toward an officer. Socialist Mayor Zorhan Mumsdummy continues to downplay the attack.
1 minute, I have to show you that just so you get a better, clearer picture of what I'm talking about. You see what I mean there? You see what I mean? You've got one of these assholes raising up this huge chunk of ice like it's this big boulder that he's going to throw at the police. I mean, these people look like the usual suspects. It's always those people, isn't it? Always. Because these are the same blindsided morons who have been tricked by their Democrat slave masters to believe that, oh, the police are the bad guys and you're owed reparations. Well, screw all that. You know what? And screw Zorhan Mumsdummy. I hope he's impeached. I hope there's a special recall election in New York. If not soon, maybe, hopefully in the next year. Now, in this next auto clip that I'm going to play for you that features Harris Faulkner of Outnumbered, well, she really lays it on the line and makes a great point about what, if any, of the police that these thugs had been pelting with rock-covered snowballs or ice or big ice blocks. What, if any, of these police officers had been seriously hurt or even killed by these things? Because ice and rocks really, really hurt when they hit you. And if in the right place, they could probably kill you too. So let's listen to Harris Faulkner's words here.
I'm not going to be banning snowball fights or organized snowball fights. What I saw yesterday...
Of course not. Why would you?
...was a snowball fight that got out of hand. I believe that our officers, just like any
A
city...
snowball fight that got out of hand? Yeah.
Once again, I think these are the views that I've shared both kind of in public as well as in any conversations I've had.
The police
Shut
came
up.
with a much different view, writing in a strongly worded statement, quote, "The mayor's response is a complete failure of leadership. This was not
Damn,
just
Skippy.
a snowball fight. This was an assault by adults throwing chunks of ice and
Adults who behaved like little brats.
rocks that landed 2 police officers in the hospital with head and face injuries. The mayor has sent a disgraceful message to every police officer who serves this city, a dangerous message to every person who might be looking to attack a police officer in the future." Harris.
Look, he said that a little under an hour ago. So he's had a couple bites at the apple now. And if that's the best he can do...
The poison apple, I think, is what she's talking about.
Okay, I mean, this season has just not been his thing in the city. But this is more than just bad...
Then impeach his ass.
Last storm and paying people $19 to $30 and requiring...
See, this would not have happened. Hold on a sec, hold on. This would not have happened if, let us say, even Cuomo got elected as mayor of New York. Yes, it would be a major come down from him having been governor of New York State, but this would not have happened if Cuomo had been elected. You people should have voted for Cuomo. You didn't do it, and now you're paying the consequences for it. You are suffering the consequences. You are paying the price for your own lack of vision and your own stupidity.
Shovel for the city, and it felt like something was being shoveled. This is more than that.
Yeah, the shit that he was shoveling.
Those were criminals attacking them, and this city needs to get tough on that. What happens next time? What if you kill an officer?
Right.
I mean, what if officers begin to sit down more so than the hundreds of them?
What if an officer
that are
got
leaving
killed?
the force each month? Now, many of them retiring, not wanting to do this job, doesn't mean they're all 70. They just don't want to do it in an environment that endangers them. This is more now than campaign speech and rhetoric, which, Ainsley, you brought that up.
You know, if Cuomo had been elected mayor, or let us say maybe even if Curtis Sliwa had been elected mayor, those bastards would have been arrested. They would have been thrown in prison. No bail. You know, no lawyer. They would have been in prison rotting for the rest of their damn lives. But those people in New York, again, I don't feel sorry for you people. You made the biggest mistake you could ever make, and that was voting for New York. And if you don't like my finger being in your face, well, you know what? Then you know what? Go ahead and ram this finger where the sun don't shine, because you know something? You people are all guilty. You're guilty of the crime of voting for an inferior man who, quite frankly, should have stayed in Uganda and lived off mommy's money. I mean, at the risk of this video getting too long, you know what? I'm just going to leave it from here. We'll say our goodbyes from here because I've had enough of this garbage. This has been the Robozoid saying, well, you know, smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, be here or be absolutely nowhere, which is where Moron Mumsdummy is. He is nowhere.